What the holy Jesus? What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled, it was sour, pungent, impossibly rank.
I see.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying... It's the smell of death, their flesh and fat and blood. There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right. I had experienced this smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have...
Hey!
What?
Come on now!
My fault again? Stop trying to blame everything on me. If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened.
Unbelievable.
It's quite the opposite. The opposite?
Now then.
Let me give you an itty-bitty, squeaky little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it. What?
Yes,
How was that
indeed.
for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs in those B-Note RPGs. Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's very scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody gruesome deaths every day.
I can't
So
wait!
it's
I can't
not
wait!
really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What is he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? What is the meaning of all this? There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the bloodstains are dry, and their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood? Of course, I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way can I keep up with someone like that. There are white chalk outlines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. Before the could stop me from you always see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it. Yeah, about what Monokuma just told us. It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard, or is he just flat out ignoring me? Probably that. Gutes was wohl. Dann haben wir hier noch... What the fuck? Raw? Steht da Raw. Jo. It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here? The sign in the hall says Biolab. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. It kinda sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now, but once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned out. Okay, let's do just that. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall, and before too long, they were all there. It would appear everyone has returned. But still, man, it's just the six of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
Just a second.
Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field a basketball team.
Hey!
It's like reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best. Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered. Well then, sure.
Yeah.
I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to kind of be Sakura's job, but... And anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor either.
So,
But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school?
just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto? Why do you ask?
So then,
Because if you did, you must have noticed. The 5th floor is lacking something every other floor Stufen. Something on all the other floors, but not on the 5th floor. Are you talking about stairs? There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor, that's what you're talking about, right? Does that mean the fifth floor is the end?
Correct.
We're finally starting to get a clear picture of the school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery.
But
That's the hardest part, man.
Okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay as long as we work together. I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out. No matter what it takes. What else? Oh, ich hab gerade geredet. So cool.
Hey.
My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access. The biolab, huh? I wonder what's in there.
could it be?
If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature, the final boss, a tyrant, or...
But
We're not in a horror game, though. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood, no matter how much you think about it.
Naturally.
Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
well,
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No. No, how I said it is right too. These are too big. By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no, strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood, the white outlines of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far. What the hell are you talking about, man? The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Everybody's smell concentrated.
huh?
God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it.
But
I mean, what the hell happened in that room?
so in other
I
words,
can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right in there in that room. A bunch of people were killed in there. Stop, seriously, I'm gonna throw up.
It can't be.
Perhaps that's what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Huh? You're thinking the same thing then. My theory is the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. The awful scene in that room, that was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
in other words,
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy. If that is true,
it's all clear now.
that would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors.
Hey,
I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's all just so awful, man. Not just awful, super awfully awful. Alright, it is beyond awful. It is terrible, tragic, hopeless, but still, how was it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up?
you know?
Okay, Hiro, was hast du zu sagen? Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor, man. I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant. Oh god. Monokuma said that was called a Monokuma flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
For serious?
Totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the one that lives in the pipe, though. Super Mario. Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there, man. Oh yeah, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know. Of course not, because idiots never get wet. I think you're thinking of ducks. I'm starting to worry about you, Hiro. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10... what 10 plus 10 is?
What the heck?
Hey, come on. You don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question.
Huh?
So, what was the question again? Don't worry, you just answered it. Okay.
You know?
Ja. Was haben wir noch? There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right? That's right, 5 chickens. I love chickens. Let's raise them up big and fat, then we can make fried chicken. Oh, or barbecue. Decisions. Oh, or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw, right? I'm pretty sure that'd kill you. Ja, also würde ich
You
jetzt
know?
auch nicht unbedingt roh essen. And I know what you're gonna say, but a tool shed. You notice it too, huh? That pickaxe.
What?
Huh? What about the pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed, and the words Crazy Diamond had been carved into the handle. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy Diamond. Yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think.
It's true.
I don't just think, I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before.
Huh?
Huh? Where? That's it, I remember. It was on Mondo's uniform, on the back of his jacket. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond.
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Could it be?
Mondo must have snuck it in there and... Mondo must have snuck in there and done it, right?
Not possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right.
Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here, and Monokuma confiscated it. Whatever the reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed, the pickaxe connected to Mondo. Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all. Well, then what did?
Yo!
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we can use the call for help.
Huh?
How are you gonna call for help with a lawnmower?
What the heck?
I don't know, maybe I can use it to make crop circles or something. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make crop circles, man.
Well?
And we can use those to call for help. What the heck has happened to you? You were like this at the beginning, you know?
You know?
Well, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet.
Ah.
I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been. Oh, der arme Hiro. Toko? Hey, Byakuya, it seems like Toko wants to say something.
What?
So, why are you telling me?
Hey!
Well, because you told her to zip it or whatever. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Jesus, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on. Well, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, master. Don't worry, I took care of the auto problem. Seriously? You're just gonna take it? Shut up! And don't interrupt when Master and me are talking. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor and something caught my attention. It was this. Whoa. A knife? That thing is huge. It's like Rambo size.
What?
It's a survival knife of some type. But what was it doing in the classroom?
Well.
How would I know?
Very suspicious.
What are you gonna use that knife for? What are you planning to do to us? I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave the knife just lying around.
How about that?
I'd rather have it laying around than in the hands of a serial killer. So compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
You know?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
What's your problem?
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous. So what to do?
So then.
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Oh, me? Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it, man. Oh shit.
Okay.
Da ist die Kamera einfach mal runtergefallen. And that's that. Oh, weg. Ja, so, geht doch. Entschuldigung. Hold on, don't I get a say?
It's all clear now.
It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. They're acting like I already said yes. Fine. I guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still have bad breath? Sorry. I'm sorry it stinks. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job. Ich hab meine Zunge verschluckt. Oh. Did Master just praise me? Das ist Messer. Ich nenne das Messer nicht Chunchun Maru. Ich nenne dich gleich so. Hey, good for you. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. That I would ever experience such a dream. Oh, gosh. is strange. Really strange. I feel strange and weird. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. Yeah, but it's no different with you. Well, I think that's all the new information we have for now.
Yo!
So, now what do we do? Well, starting today, you're all under my command. But before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
No way!
Jeez, how cocky can you be? You're gonna bust through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger. So what is it you want to figure out? Kyoko's identity. Huh?
Well...
Kyoko's identity, but Kyoko is Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's big academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro, Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant, even Makoto is the ultimate lucky student. Well, more unlucky than lucky these days, but... So what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is? Now that you mention it, she's never told us. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicions. So, Kyoko, it is time you told us. I can't. What? Why won't you tell us?
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
So...
Because I don't remember. What? I have no memory of what I am. You have no memory? You mean... amnesia?
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this is a joke, I'm not laughing.
This is
You
very
can't be
suspicious.
serious right now, can you?
Ugh.
I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
However...
But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
What?
So you have no intention of telling us? Then I can... Ultimate Vergesslichkeit. Das wird natürlich erklären, ne? So you have no intention of telling us. Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Hey,
What are you going to do? Torture me? Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear
I
now.
will simply limit your options. I cannot allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
what?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. But if she gives you her room key...
Huh?
She can't go to sleep in her room. She'd be breaking a school regulation. And if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself. Just hold on, a threat like that.
That's fine.
Fine, I understand. Good, you're finally in the mood for conversation. Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Byakuya and held out her room key to him.
It can't be!
You damn fool. Why do you refuse to talk?
Because...
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
So,
Maybe she really did lose her memory. If you really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever, where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit right in.
However...
The worst school where only the worst things happen. Do you really mean that? Huh?
Hey,
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things? Wie schläft es einfach bei Makoto, genau. What do you mean? Perhaps I have said too much. Kyoko then turned her back on us and without a word began to walk away.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
goodbye.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
What the heck?
What's your deal?
But...
I think you went too far, taking a room key like that. For her, that wasn't far enough. Or maybe she gets off a little tension. I can't believe her enjoying getting yelled at.
Stop talking.
You're getting noisy again, Toko.
Come on.
Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of you breathing, of your heart beating, it grates on me.
Hey!
Are you telling you to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but what's Kyoko gonna do now? Plus, this situation, it's just like before. It's no different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone.
What?
What the hell, man? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
'Cause, I mean...
Was denn? Oh.
What?
It's you! How long have you been standing there? Oh, I'm very...
Now I'm really angry!
angry at what? The thief! Yes, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you, there's a thief in your midst.
Huh?
What?
Hey!
My precious! They stole it! Your precious?
Your teacher had such faith in you. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. But what the heck is your precious? Shut up! Shut up! I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
What the heck?
And he's gone. What the heck was that all about?
So,
He said something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that might mean? It likely has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing and able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? But if that's true, what was it and why would she do that? Oh.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
Cool.
As such, it is officially nighttime.
Indeed.
Soon the doors to the dining hall. Okay,
Okay.
then. So
We need to get out of here.
You know?
We can talk about this more tomorrow. And about Kyoko. My body has been discovered. However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around.
well...
Not like we need you to tell us that.
Goodbye.
Well then, let's disperse. I'll see you all tomorrow. Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Ah, that's right. I need to put away the knife that I got from Toko. I'll just hide it in my body. I think the safest place for it will be in my desk drawer, because that is such a safe place, yeah. Yep, totally safe. Perfect. But anyway, is Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What is she gonna do? Isn't there something I can do? Something I can... Oh? Now what? As I opened my eyes, I realized I'd fallen asleep without realizing it. But more important, did I hear the doorbell? No! Kyoko!
Hey,
I'll be waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there. Hey, wait, Kyoko! Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depth of the darkened hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go. Gute Nacht, tomorrow, guten Morgen, nein. Nein, ich nenne das scheiß Messer nicht so. Okay.
hey,
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay, I'm used to it.
correct.
Indeed.
So
No,
then,
indeed. Well then, let me get straight to the point. It's something you cannot talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean... Does this have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you?
indeed.
That's right. So I was right. But what did you steal?
So...
I stole this. A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where did you get this?
So...
From the headmaster's room. What? You snuck into the headmaster's room? But wasn't it locked?
However...
The lock was broken. What?
Correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. She did?
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? I am not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. So, Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us. Ja, ich meine, wenn sie sich danach das Leben nimmt, dann kann sie dafür schlecht noch bestrafen.
That's right.
so that we could uncover whatever secrets might lay hidden within. She did that for us. She violated the school regulations to help us. She'd already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I had just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away. Which is why I used you as a decoy. So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to...
Correct.
I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took that opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room, and as a result, I found this key. Wow. And what you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too?
Mukuro
zeig's es doch
Ikusaba.
noch ein viertes Mal. Mukuro
The
Ikusaba.
16th student to watch out.
Did you find out about this Mukuro Ikusaba while you were in there?
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Mukuro Ikusaba is dangerous. Dangerous?
In other words...
She may very well be the mastermind. Mastermind? But didn't Alter Ego say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind?
Wrong.
No, the headmaster is not the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mukuro Ikusaba really could be the mastermind?
Anyway...
This key is the one big opportunity we have been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we have grasped it, we cannot let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
So...
I don't know yet, which is why... Moment mal. Funktioniert noch? Okay. Ich war wohl gerade nicht mehr im Chat. Könnt ihr... Der Chat laggt. Ja, bei mir hat der Chat irgendwie nichts mehr angezeigt, aber ich glaube, jetzt geht's wieder. Was war gerade gesagt worden? Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key? What does this key even unlock? Jetzt geht's wieder? Okay. I don't know yet, which is why... Also, this... Nochmal. What does this key even unlock? Das war die Frage. I don't know yet, which is why... I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again, while I go and find out. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't, that's way too dangerous. And you want me to draw his attention, but we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? If there's more than one person watching us...
Is that right?
But they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe we just got lucky.
Hey,
Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. Which is why we're going to run the experiment one more time. And if we're successful again, then what may have just been a lucky guess will be proven true. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen.
hey,
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true and if we can exploit it. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think what might happen if we fail,
why is that?
I don't think you need to worry about all that much. After all, with minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery, am I wrong? Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He could just kill us without a second thought.
I see.
In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. What?
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules or adhere to them no matter what?
In other words,
We gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right? But
if you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
we know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey,
Am I wrong? At that moment, I finally realized. I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Geht der Chat weiterhin? Ich bin jetzt gerade ein bisschen paranoid, dass er wieder nicht geht. Ich schreibe nochmal Test. I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us, and with that in view, she just smiled. I can't change how I feel, and wouldn't if I could. I just finally realized just how crazy that bitch actually is. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. Huh? What is this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. If something happens?
However,
I'm not planning on dying, but there's always a chance of it, and a death without meaning is unappealing.
hey,
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine, I'll hold on to it just because you asked me to. I'm gonna give it back at some point, you can be sure of that.
indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey,
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I have discovered. Sure, because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
indeed.
Well, there's that too. Oh, you mean there's something else?
Well,
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that easily.
so then,
Okay then, shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time, and like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time was the sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. No, everything's gonna be fine, I know it, because it's Kyoko. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety, and then I got to work.